Hello, so actually we are going to be looking at GCE Mathematics Paper 1, 2000, June 2024 Ordinary Level. So we are going to be looking at all the questions and answers, multiple choice. So I want you to follow me attentively and we are going to look at everything and also how it's been done so that you get yourself well prepared for the upcoming exam. I've said that GC is very important because revisions are very important because what you revise is what actually always come in the following year. It may be the mixture, they may take 2015, 2016, 2017 and they bring for this year. And also they can just take a full paper and just bring. So revisions are very, very important. So without wasting no time, let's dive right into it and see what it's all about. So when you get your GC paper, make sure that you put your center number, center name, identity number, and candidate name. Okay. And also, if you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe because I come with this type of videos all the time for you. So let's start right away. So we are going to be looking at, we are going to start from question one. It says, given that 36 divided by 9 equals to 4, 4 is known as the, so they are asking us to determine what is 4 like. So what actually is 4? So whether it's a remainder, whether it's a divisor, whether it's a quotient, whether it's a dividend. Now for you to solve this, you we first have to know what is a dividend, what is a divisor, and what is a quotient, and what is a remainder. Now a dividend, the number being divided. So a dividend is a number being divided, while the divisor is the number you divide by, and quotient is the result of the division. The what is remainder? Remainder is what is left after division if the division is not exact. Okay, so it says since the given equation, so since the given equation 36 minus 4 minus 9 equals to 4 does not represent a division operation, let's assume that you meant a division equation instead. If we consider 36 divided by 9 equals to 4, then 36 is a dividend, 9 is a divisor, 4 is a quotient. So the correct answer for this is quotient. So quotient is the correct answer because 4 is the right is a result of the division. So the next question says that the next prime number greater than 23 is, so the next prime number that is greater than 23 is 29. Okay. The absolute value of minus 1 minus 9 is the correct answer for this. We can actually look at it from here, which is 10, right? Is 10. So we are going to actually see what it's all about. So how do we come about the 10? The absolute value of minus 1 minus 9 is the absolute value of minus 10. Okay, the absolute value of minus 10 is 10 because minus gives plus. Okay, and so the answer is 10. So the next question says converting 0.15 to a fraction in its simplest form gives, the correct answer actually is 3 over 20. So but let's see how we come about that. So when you look from here, it says to convert 0.15 to a fraction. This is what we do. You write it 15 over 100. So write it as 15 over 100. Simplify the fraction by dividing both the numerator and the denominator by greatest common divisor, which is 5. So you can see here we have 15 over 100 divided by 5, 100 divided by 5. So you get 15 divided by 5 will give you 3, 100 divided by 5 will give you 20. So 0.15 as a fraction in the simplest form is 3 over 20. So that is the calculation of this. So expressing 0.0597 in standard form gives, so what is this? The correct answer is this B that you see. So we're going to look at the solution. So here is the solution for it. So as you can see here, to express 0.0597 in standard form, we write it as a number. So we need to write this as a number, then we multiply by the power of, you see. So finally we get this. So this is the correct answer for that. So that's the solution. The number of significant figures in 14.501 is, the correct answer is 5. So let's see the solution. So the number of significant figures in 14.501 is 5. All non-zero digits are significant, and any zeros between non-zero digits or after the decimal point. So we are actually looking at everything that's after the decimal point. So you have to know that the correct answer for this actually is 5. Mary went to bed at 11:20 p.m. and asked John to wake up after 2 hours. The time by the, to wake her up after 2 hours. The time by the clock that John wake up Mary is 1:20 a.m. That's the correct answer. So here you can actually read the solution and how we came about that. So you can see all of it here. So everything is here. An article is sold at a loss of 10%. Given that the selling price is 7,200 francs, the cost price in CFA is, the correct answer is 8,000. So how do we come about that 8,000? So here is actually the formula. Selling price equals to cost price minus loss percentage times cost price. So given selling price equals to 7,200 francs, loss percentage is 10%. So we calculate 10%, 0.10. Let the cost price be C. The formula becomes, so with this formula, we have the solution for this. So that is how we came out about the 8,000. Question 9. Given that 6 textbooks each of the same price cost 30,000 francs, the cost in CFA of 3 textbooks is, the correct answer is 15, right? So let's see how we came about this 15. So to find the cost of 3 textbooks, we first need to find the price of 1 textbook. The total cost for 6 textbooks is 30,000 francs. So the cost of 1 textbook is, price of 1 textbook, 30,000 divided by 6 will give you 5,000 francs. Now the cost of 3 textbooks, it will give you 3 times 5,000, because 1 textbook is 5,000 francs, which will obviously give you 15,000 francs. 15,000 francs. So the cost of 3 textbooks will be 15,000 francs. Question 10. The scale of a map is 1:50,000. The actual length is in kilometer of a road measuring 4 centimeter on the map is. So we look at it. The correct answer is 2. So let me show you how we came about this 2. So the first thing you have to do is that we convert the map measuring 4 centimeter into the actual length. So the actual length in centimeter is 4 centimeter times 50,000, which is 200,000 centimeter. Now convert the length from centimeters to kilometers. Since 1 kilometer, please look at it very well. Since 1 kilometer equals to 100 centimeter, the actual length in kilometer will be 200,000 centimeter divided by 100,000. That will actually give you 2 kilometers. So the actual length of that road is 2 kilometers. Now we have this that says that given the set A equals to 1, 2, 3, 4 and B equals to this, we can observe the following. So from here now we can actually tell what we are going to do with this. We're going to look for the solution, because they're asking us to find the union and to give the name of this union. So let's look. So the name actually is equivalent set. Okay, is equivalent set because we have numbers that appear 2 times, mean that they're equivalent in both places. So the name is equivalent set. So actually they say that given that P and Q are disjoint sets, it says the relationship between P and Q in set notation is, so the correct answer is C, as you can see from here. So what is actually the solution? So let's look at it. So this is actually how we came about the answer. So if P and Q are disjoint sets, it means that they have no elements in common in set notation. This relationship is expressed as, so when some sets, when they have no relationship in common, this is how actually is being represented, as you can see here. So that is why we come about this answer. So the shaded region in figure 1 is represented as. So what do you think is the correct answer for yes? So I'm going to show you how we come about this answer, as you can see here. So the problem represents a Venn diagram with two sets, A, and B. Inside the universal set, the shaded region represents everything except the intersection of A and B. So this is how actually we came about that answer, as you can see from there. So here actually we can see understanding the shaded region. The shaded region includes everything in the universal set except the overlapping part of A and B. This means the shaded region is the implement of A intersection B. So you can see here, this is actually the formula and the resolve of that answer, of that question, pardon. So the second part is a matching with the given options. Option B is, as you can see here, which directly matches our interpretation. It usually means that the correct answer is, as you can see, so the correct answer is B. This is how actually we calculated it. So here it says that the negation, that is question 14, is the negation of some students will pass the examination is. So the correct answer for this one is so the correct answer for this equation is A and C, okay, because they are a bit clearer, and we can see it a bit clearer from here. So here it says that figure 2 is an arrow diagram of a relation between P and Q. The range of the relation is, so you can look at the diagram and see what is actually the correct answer. So let me show you what was actually done. So actually when you look at it, option B, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, incorrect because 1 is not mapped. Option 2, so is incorrect as it does not include all mapped values. So from all the answers, as you can read from here, is that the correct answer is none of the given options accurately match the correct range. So the answer, there is no correct answer that actually match the correct range of 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this is actually the answer for this. So if we have the function of f(x) equals to 1 minus 2x, the value of f minus bracket minus 3 is, the correct answer is 7. Let me show you how we came about that. So you can see here how we substituted this, and we actually come about this value of 7. So you can see the substitution. So the value of f minus 3 is 7. Okay, A and B are two sets such that A equals to 3, 4, and B equals to YZ. The Cartesian product A times B is, the correct answer is C. So let me show you how we came about that answer. So you can actually see from here how we came about the answer. It says the Cartesian product of two sets A and B generated as A times B is a set of all ordered parts AB, where A is from A and B is from B. So this is how actually the solution for this and how we solve to come about these results that we see here. So here they ask us to calculate the function of f, okay, as defined on, so the set of real numbers by, so you can look at it here. So the correct answer for 18 is actually A. So let me show you what was being done. So this is the first half of the equation and the calculation, as you can see here. To find the inverse function of f power minus 1 bracket x, we start with the given function. So you can actually see the formula of the function. So I'll express y in terms of x. So we see it here and how we came about this. So swap x and y to find the inverse. So we actually calculate, swap x and y to finally look at the inverse, and we actually do the calculation, as you can see here. So here it says from the answer choices, option A matches our result. So you have seen the calculation of that. A polygon having 9 sides is called. So the answer is nonagon. So this is actually the correct answer for that question. Question 20. The sum of the three interior angles of the triangle is, the answer is 180 degree. So here is actually the correct answer, as you can see from here. The number of lines of symmetry in a rhombus is, the correct answer is 2. So as you can see here, because it's diagonal, a rhombus lines of symmetry which is diagonal, so this is why we came about that too. So question 22 says that figure 3 is a cycle with center O and a chord picture subtending an angle of 70 degrees at the center. O, the value of the angle marked 0 is, so we actually see is 35 degree. So here they ask us that figure 4 represents the net of a rectangle. The answer is a rectangle. So here we have 24. Figure 5 is a rectangular base pyramid. The angle of edges is, so we have the correct answer here, which is actually C. So you can look at the diagram. So here is actually the calculation on how we came about that. So to determine the number of edges in a rectangular base pyramid, let's analyze its structure. A rectangular base has 4 edges. The pyramid has one apex connected to each of the 4 vertices of the base, forming 4 additional edges. So this is how actually we came about, which is 4 plus 4 equals to 8. 25, it says figure 6 is a cycle with center 0. The shaded region in the figure is called A. The answer is the sector. Why is it a sector? So here we have the explanation why it's a sector, because it is close between them. So you can actually read it and see why we came about that. So the perimeter of a rectangle with length x units and with y units in terms of x and y. The correct answer for 26 is D. So let me show you how we came about this. So here is it. The perimeter of a rectangle is given by the formula. So this is actually the formula of the perimeter of a rectangle. So when we substitute the given values, P equals to 2 bracket x plus y units. That is how we actually came about that. Figure 7 is a right angle triangle with sides 6 centimeter, x centimeter and area 24 centimeter cube. The value of x in the figure is, the correct answer is 8. To find the value of x in the given right angle triangle, so you have to actually going to see the formula of this and how we calculated to come about that. So here you see how we substituted the values and we multiply both sides by 2 to eliminate the fraction. So we divide by 6 and we came about the answer of 8. The volume in centimeter cube of a cone with height 10 centimeter and base ratio 6 centimeter in terms of the is, so the correct answer is 120. So here we have the calculation, as you can see from here. To find the volume of the cone, we use the formula this. So you can actually see the substituting values and how we got to the 120. So you can check it out. 29. The y-intercept of the line y equals to 2x plus 4 on the Cartesian plane is, the answer is 4. So here you can actually see the calculation on how we came about that. The y-intercept of a line is the point where the line crosses the y-axis. This occurs when x equals to 0. Given the equation of the line, so you can see the equation, we substitute it by x equals to 0. So that is it. So the y-intercept is 4, or the point 0.4. The radiant of the line 3y equals to 6x minus 3 is, the correct answer is 2. So here we'll actually see the calculation on how we came about the answer. Okay. So we have the continuation of the calculation here to the final answer. So here it says that the equation of the line this in the Cartesian plane shown in figure 8 is, the correct answer is y equals to 4. So why is this so? You can understand the options. For example, the given graph shows a horizontal line passing through y equals to 4. Understanding the options. So we look at all the options here. That is how actually we came about this 4 here as the answer. So you can look at it. Thus, the correct answer is A, which is equals to 4. Subtracting 2 plus B from 2A plus B gives, correct answer is 2A minus 2. So how do we come about this answer? Let's simplify the expression step by step. So you can look at it step by step here, how we actually distribute the negative sign, which is 2a plus b minus 2 minus b. Then since b minus b equals to 0, the expression simplifies to 2a minus 2. So thus, that is how we came about the final result of that answer. The value of the expression x to the power 2 minus y when x equals to 3 and y equals to 2 is, the correct answer is 7. Here actually you can see the calculation of how we came about that 7. So just look at it. It says we need to evaluate the expression x squared minus y giving x equals to 3 and y equals to 2. So we actually look at it, then we subtract from y and we come to that answer. The range of values of x for which 7 minus 2x, right? So we look at this, the correct answer for 34 is A. So let me show you how. So here, let's solve the given inequality. So you can see it here. Then we subtract 7 from both sides and we're going to come about exactly the answer 7. So we continue with the calculations as you can see here. So thus bringing the correct answer to A. Factorizing x squared plus 4x plus 3 completely gives correct answer is D, which is x plus y bracket x plus 3. So that's the correct answer. Now, how do we come about it? To factorize the quadratic equation x squared plus 2 4x plus 3, we follow these steps. So here are the steps that we have to follow to come to that answer. So we identify first the two numbers that multiply to 3 constant term and up to 4 coefficient of x. The numbers 1 and 3 satisfy this condition since 1 times 3 equals to 3 and 1 plus 3 equals to 4. So we rewrite the expression using these factors. So you can see it here. So the correct answer actually is D. That's why we choose D as the correct answer.